What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. Today, I want to speak on Christy Sides. She is the head coach for the Indiana Fever. I just think that Christy Sides. I think she's basically after this year. I think she'll be done with the Indiana Fever. I think that she is making you know a few mistakes. She made a crucial mistake right out the gate. She she came right out the gate and criticized some of the habits of her star player, her franchise ball player, Caitlin Clark. Now, what she said was not incorrect. It wasn't wrong. I just thought that it was just a bad move on her part because Caitlin Clark, because of Caitlin's her base and her fans, she has so much support that it just carried, it just had just like a lot of bad backlash to it when you when the comments came out. So that was the first mistake. And then so I was watching her play against the I think they played against the New York Liberty, and there was a call made against uh Caitlin Clark. And Caitlin Clark was kind of annoyed by the coaching staff because they didn't really argue in her behalf. Caitlin felt like she got a bad call, but the coaching staff didn't really defend her and argue in her behalf. And so maybe Caitlin was wrong. Again, when you're trying to establish and build trust with a franchise ball player, you need to, you got to be aware of those kind of situations. I mean, plenty of times in the NBA, you'll have a ball player who think, they want to do a replay because they think maybe if the ball went out of bounds, they didn't touch the ball or they felt like they was the last one to touch it. But, and the coach, depending on who the player is, most of the time, if it's a franchise ball player, they'll go ahead and they will, knowing that sometimes that they may not get that call, they still stand up for their franchise ball player. And I think, whether they may lose a timeout, depending on the circumstance, they lose a timeout or something like that. But you still have to gain the trust and the respect of your franchise ball player. And I just don't think that Christy Sides is willing to go to that length to gain the respect of her ball player. She seems like she has an old school mentality where she is where the coach, whatever the coach say goes. But this is a different situation. You're talking about somebody who just signed a $28 million contract with Nike. She has sponsors with State Farm and sports drinks, and so there's a lot of money invested in her. People are going to do whatever they can to make sure that she is successful in the WNBA. And so it would be wise for Christy to kind of kind of get on the bandwagon when it comes to this situation with Caitlin. Although she may not agree with this stuff, but as a coach, these are the kind of opportunities that you want. You know the X's and O's and all that stuff, but now you want the opportunity to be able to coach a franchise ball player, which everybody don't get that opportunity. So you want the opportunity to be able to coach a franchise ball player and to be able to get that franchise ball player to buy into a program so y'all can build a legacy. But you don't want to be standing on what you think is right and you miss out on that opportunity. And I think I can tell by her demeanor. She anytime you ask her something about Caitlin Clark, she seems to be annoyed, and so she needs to really to get past that. Don't allow her ego to get in the way of her, missing out on the opportunity, like I said, to coach a franchise ball player. She got a chance to really, you know, an opportunity to make history. And so if you want to make history, you know, you want to be a part of history on the positive side of it, then these are some of the things, you know, you're going to have to make compromises. And to me, I don't really think this is a big compromise. I think this is a situation where, you know, like I said, she needs to be able to just to gain the trust and establish a relationship with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark don't strike me as the kind of ball player who is a diva. You know what I mean? You know, you may get some athletes who you know, they want you to jump through hoops for them, but she don't seem to be that kind. You know, I've been watching her for at least 2 years in college. You know, she kind of flamboyant, and you know, she played with some swag, which I think is cool, you know, but she is not like a diva type ball player who wants you to jump through hoops for her. So I hope that you know, that Christy Size can see the writing on the wall. Don't allow this situation to you know, her ego to you know, remove her from this situation. But you know, those are my thoughts on the situation. I think, you know, from everything I've seen this far, I think that she is going to, you know, she's going to be out of there because she can't seem to get past her ego. She want to stand on what's right, and all the time, you know, that might not be you know, that may not work in her favor, and I don't think it's going to work in her favor. But with that being said, make sure and like and subscribe to the video. Also, you can go to urbanplatformfashion.com and check out the merch. We have hoodies, long sleeve t-shirts, and short sleeve t-shirts. And if you and feel free to contribute to the Cash App. We appreciate it. The the podcast is growing, you know, steadily. And again, I appreciate the support. And be sure to leave a comment below. With that being said, I'll see you all on the next.